Sorry, Gabriel, I was just prepping for my next project.
Thinking of making another Poirot film?
Well, I'm convinced if I get the moustache just right, they'll have to give me my Oscar.
Ever the optimist, I see. Well, we've no time for that now. I've been sent to find you, personally, by the big man himself.
You mean?
That's right. He finally has a job for you. Something he's sure even you can't mess up.
What now? But I have 3 mustache fittings to get to.
I think you'll want this job, Kenneth. You owe this man a great deal. In fact, you owe him your entire career.
No! It can't be!
Kenneth Branagh, meet William Shakespeare. Tonight is his crucial night, the day of misfortune, which makes him question the most important thing in his life.
His outfit.
His career, Kenneth. Tonight, Shakespeare is at a crossroads. One path will lead him to eternal glory. The other...
That's it. I give up. I will never write again. No!
Yes! Unless you can help him.
Don't you worry, Gabriel. You tell the big man upstairs you can count on me.
And not so fast! Surely you want to know a bit about the man before you try and help him.
Well, I just assumed that, considering the career that I've had.
Well, if you're finished, then let's begin.
One last thing, Gabriel. If I do a good job this time, do you think I could get my Oscar?
Anything is possible, Kenneth. Now, our story begins many years ago in a little town called
Stratford-upon-Avon!
As I was saying, our story begins in Stratford-upon-Avon, where a young man, fresh out of school, had a chance meeting with destiny. Shakespeare. Yes, Kenneth, I'm obviously talking about Shakespeare.
So I told the old man I'm going into tulip farming. Did he believe you? It's Holland. What else do they have but tulips?
Well, we'll miss you, Kit. There'll be a big hole in our group without you.
What can I get you?
Just an ale, please.
You new around here?
Oh, I grew up nearby, but I've been away for a while.
Well, welcome home. The name's Anne.
Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, but everyone calls me Will.
Will, then. What's your trade, Will?
Oh, well, I don't really have one. I do all sorts, mostly at the theatre if I can get it.
Theatre, eh? Oh, so you're an actor then?
From time to time.
Did in anything good?
Well, nothing professional, but I did star in one of Sir Robert Greene's plays when I was at school.
We don't go in for that classical nonsense here. We tell stories which appeal to the common man.
He may not be everyone's cup of tea, but Greene is the most popular writer in the country right now. Which plays have you performed in? Golly, that's so strange. I can't think of the name.
No matter. I'm sure it was terribly boring.
Oh, obviously. But it taught me a lot, because although I'm primarily an actor, what I really want to be is a writer.
I'm Kit Marlowe, by the way, and this band of dissolutes are Kemp, Burbage, and Condell.
Wait, you're telling me this is how Christopher Marlowe and William Shakespeare met? A chance meeting in a pub?
Yes. Well, it's the quick version of how they met. Ah, another important meeting which occurred today.
Watch where you are going! My apologies. Do you know who you're dealing with? Should I?
Greene, cool off your dog.
Robert Greene? Sir, it is an honor. And you are?
This is William Shakespeare, and he's the hottest new writer in town.
Is that right? And which university did you study at? Oh, I didn't go to university. Well, then how does an illiterate expect to write anything? Stop. Well, I did go to school, a grammar school, actually. No one without an official higher education could possibly be a storyteller. That's just common sense. Are you saying that stories don't predate universities? Now, Marlowe, that reprobate, him I could imagine writing plays. Did you go to university?
I honestly have no idea why I'm being dragged into this.
But you, sir, have hardly the education, the aristocratic sensibilities, and the knowledge of the royal court to be a truly great author. I'll show you. I'm going to be the greatest writer of our age. In fact, I'll be the greatest writer in history.
And he did. Now, if I could just...
Not so fast, Kenneth. Let's just jump forward a little to a meeting of the Lord Chamberlain's men.
Oh, goodness. It reminds me of VCR. VCR.
Why Lord Chamberlain again?
It's simple. If we keep mentioning his name, then maybe he'll give us some money.
Is that why Kenneth Branagh's in this?
Which play are we rehearsing?
Something we've been working on. We just need to iron out the kinks.
Kit, this play,
It's just a bit, it's a bit confusing. You got mixed into this?
I know. We've been working on it for weeks, and it's still terrible.
I don't even understand the premise.
We wanted the main character to be stuck in another country. And everyone acts like they know him.
Well, we thought it was funny at the time.
Yes, it made great sense when we workshopped it, but now it makes no sense at all.
We can't work out why everybody would think that they knew him, and why they're all getting so confused.
We should start again.
Comes down from heaven. No.
Oh,
That doesn't
You
work.
have an idea?
Oh, separated
Go
at
on.
birth by ravenous
Tell
wolves.
us, tell us.
My father's brother, my sister's mother. No, it's stupid.
It's got to be better than what we've got right now.
What if somebody in this country looks exactly like the main character? A shapeshifter?
Or a demon hat.
Oh, I hate demons.
That would really annoy the church. I'm all for it.
No, not a demon, a twin. An identical twin. And here's a thought. He has a servant, and he has an identical twin. And they have the same names as each other. That's why everyone keeps getting confused.
It sounds a bit far-fetched.
Farcical, dear kid. It sounds farcical.
And that would be funny.
Trust me, nothing is funnier than misunderstandings.
And thus the farce was born.
Are you sure there were no comedies about misunderstandings before Shakespeare wrote them?
Not at all.
Really? As I'm sure Aristophanes read several farces in his...
But while the Lord Chamberlain's men garnered success with their bold new play,
5 stars from Lord Distal and Duke Ebert. These moronic critics fawning over that little upstart's play.
Oh yes, the plot was so...
Stupid!
No need for name calling, sir.
Do they not realise the chance of one set of identical twins is incredibly high, but the chances of two sets? Nearly impossible. And what kind of a name was Dromio anyway?
Hang on, did you watch the play? Sir.
It was purely a fact-finding mission. You can't criticise what you haven't seen.
No.
Now, do you have the vocabulary list ready for tonight's performance?
Right here, sir.
Oh, that's good. And the comprehensive books of Greek mythology?
One for every seat.
Ridiculous what we must do to stoop to these ignorant audiences.
Not everyone has the benefit of a university education.
Those without the education to understand it should stay away from the theatre completely.
I agree, sir, but Shakespeare is writing for the masses. That's why so many people are watching his play.
Trust me, this so-called mass media will never be popular.
Well, I thought it was quite good. A real comedy with a load of errors.
Yes, The Winter's Tale. But that is why I do not pay you to think.
You don't pay me at all.
Oh, what do you want? The moon? I'll get you the moon. Oh, forget it. What else is on the agenda for today?
You still need to pick which thieves is to book for your upcoming plays.
Oh, yes, we must get this right. So many plays of mine, I can barely name even one of them. Do you have the list?
Right here, sir.
Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, yes. Oh, it's impossible to choose. We'll just have to book them all.
I can't believe it! He's booked up every theatre for weeks!
Months!
What play is he even putting on?
Cross-trades. The paper doesn't say.
This is ridiculous. No one wants to watch some pompous, complicated, barely intelligible drivel.
Well, somebody must, because it's selling them out. And he is the most successful playwright of our day.
I stand by what I said.
But if we don't have a venue, we can't perform our show. And I have bills to pay.
And my wife wanted me to get a real job.
And my parents were really gloating because they always said I'd be a complete failure if I went to the actor.
You're my best
What's got you lot so down?
Life, dear Anne. It is but a walking shadow. Poor player that frets and struts his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
What? We can't get venues for our shows.
And it's a really good show. It's about this evil prince who spends years and years bumping off his entire family so he can finally become King Charles III. No, Richard. Richard.
Well, I never catch up. I've not seen the first two.
See, this is why Succession is a much better title.
Yes, but it's no use having a good title if we have nowhere to put it on.
Surely there must be somewhere you can perform.
It's hopeless, dear Anne. I fear I shall have to return to Holland for tulip reasons.
But kid, you can't leave us. Without you, we'll lose our best leading man.
It would be the end of the Chamberlain's men.
I'm sorry, Will, but without a play, a man has to find a way to earn his daily bread.
But can't the tulips wait? They're not even in season.
Oh, aren't they? That's when they need the most attention, you see.
The end is nigh.
Hold on, I know we're all actors, but it's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
Not dramatic enough.
No.
All you need is to find a venue. It surely can't be that difficult.
Well, it's hardly something you could just rustle up. We can't conjure one out of thin air.
Can't we? We can't.
And this drafty old pub, I think it's perfect.
Welcome, my friends, to the Rose Pub, soon to be the famed Rose Theatre.
Oh, my God, the sword.
I'm the hammer.
Do you think we can do it? Turn this place into an actual theatre?
Rose Theatre was born, setting the stage for Shakespeare to perform his plays for years to come.
I like what you did there. Well, setting the stage. Because they're... Oh, what's that?
Holy mackerel!
Good banging, everyone.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's a good thing they built the Globe Theatre not long after.
Telling this story. Soon after this, the Globe Theatre was built, and Shakespeare went from strength to strength.
As did something else, I see.
Oh, Anne, you're the most incredible woman I've ever met.
Even more lovely than your dark lady.
Oh, forget her. Anne, you make me want to write sonnets and plays in which the lovers don't even die at the end. Oh, Anne, I could marry you. I really could.
Then why don't you?
Oh, nothing like building an illegal theatre to really bring people together.
But while Shakespeare worked on his craft, and Greene wrote several more plays.
Which ones?
Do you know, I can't bring the names to mind right now.
Oh, come on!
Anyhow, everything was going fine until...
Well, what are you gonna do?
It's a complete and utter disaster!
Oh, this could be the end of everything!
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard? It's spreading throughout London.
What is?
The plague!
Some fine hors d'oeuvre recipes. Lockdown? What does that mean?
It means everything has to shut down. No forms of public gatherings. No one can leave their homes. And so...
No theatre.
And no pubs. How are we supposed to make a living?
How are we supposed to get drunk? And how can I earn a living until the theatre's reopen?
Well, I have a little money laid by. From the last run of plays, Henry VI was surprisingly popular.
I still think it was very corporate of you to turn that one into a trilogy.
And writing a prequel for Richard III is another matter entirely.
Still, at least that's done, and there's no need to go back any further. I mean, world building is one thing, but how far back do you really need to go to explain the Wars of the Roses?
Richard II, probably.
That's a ridiculous idea. Anyway, we'll get by, Anne. We can manage. And Kit, you can go back to Holland to your tulip farm.
Yes, that's exactly what I can do.
Oh, he loves his flowers.
What about us?
How could we survive until the theatre's reopen?
Kemp, Burbage, and Condell.
Ooh.
Letters for you.
Oh, letters.
Yes, from Sir Greene himself.
Oh.
What delightful stationery.
It's a personal touch, isn't it?
Look at this! Greene is offering to hire us and pay us in cash too.
The pay isn't great.
Better to get something rather than nothing.
Or stinging. Strangely generous of him, but I did say everything would be okay in the end.
There's a catch. This is contract work.
But there can be security in a contract.
A 10-year contract. That means you wouldn't be allowed to perform with the Lord Chamberlain's men until long after this lockdown is over.
Then how can we keep going, Kit?
Don't you see what's happening, everyone? Greene isn't selling, Greene is buying. He's buying up every out-of-work actor he can. And why? Because we're cutting in on his business.
Exactly. Our plays consistently get bigger audiences than his.
He means to destroy us completely. We can't let him win. You can tell Sir Greene that the Lord Chamberlain's men aren't for sale.
I might be for sale.
We can get through this, but we have to work together.
But I have bills to pay.
And I'm going to starve my parents will keep on about how I'm a failure in life.
We need money, Will, quick!
You're right. How much do you need?
Yes, we have money. We can finance you until the theatres reopen.
But that's your own money, Will.
Something about this seems rather familiar.
We'll manage, Kemp. Kemp, how much do you need?
I can get by with crowns.
10 crowns, no problem. Condell?
10 crowns is fine.
I'm gonna get so drunk.
Burbage?
But what about you, Will?
Oh, we'll be okay. As long as I have my quill by my side, we'll be fine.
Well, I dare say I can manage on only 5.
Oh, Burbage, I could kiss you. Of course you can have 5 crowns.
But don't kiss me, please.
Are you sure this is what happened?
I'm absolutely sure.
Really? Because this feels like something I've seen in an old film somewhere.
No, I'm absolutely sure.
Something they played at Christmas on repeat because they don't have to pay anyone any rights.
I'm sorry. Is there some other omniscient narrator you would like to tell the story? No. That's what I thought.
Whew. Looks like we just about avoided disaster there.
Kit, do you need...
Oh, don't worry about me. Men like me can always find work.
in the tulip business?
Exactly.
Ah, yes. So many interesting theories about Marlowe's role in the Dutch spy network, international man of mystery and all that.
Hee-haw!
Oh, I hate it when he does that.
I guess not.
Oh, Anne, why would you want to end up with a failure like me?
Because I want to spend my life with the most talented writer to ever live.
I know Robert Greene. Everyone's raving about his latest play, oh, gee whiz, I just can't think of a name.
Trust me, you'll find more renown than Greene ever has.
I'm a lucky man. But I still don't understand why somebody as incredible as you would wind up with a deadbeat like me.
Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. It is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken.
And so the play wore on. Greene went from strength to strength, publishing pamphlets and plays to rave reviews. Shakespeare spent the play working on his craft. While he could not make any money in the London theatres, these years produced some of his finest works. King Lear,
Oh,
Macbeth,
oh yeah.
Antony and Cleopatra.
Oh, stop it, you.
Marlowe took the actors on tour, and soon the whole country was talking about Shakespeare's plays.
What do people even see in this meaningless dreck?
They say his plays speak to the common man.
The common man? The common man has nothing interesting to say.
I agree, sir, but that's what they want to see, their lives reflected on the stage.
What did I just say about the common man?
You can dismiss it all you like, sir, but the fact is people are craving this play to go and watch his plays, while the box office numbers for yours, not that great.
I hope I'm read. What do I care about the opinions of idiotic poor people?
I mean, I'm just your bodyguard, statistician, and occasional postman. I have no stake in this fight. But, don't get me wrong, this bright young man will be asking William Shakespeare for a job.
It's not easy being second best, is it, Camilla? Don't blame me, I voted for RFK. Plotting, ski. Plotted! William, my old boy, how are you? Can I get you anything? A smoke, perhaps?
No, No, thank you. I have a lot to do tonight.
Ah, spinning more straw into gold, I expect.
I gave up on alchemy years ago.
Oh, there's that notorious wit. I've heard much praise of it of late.
Really? We've just been touring country theatres, trying to avoid the plague.
Oh, and how's that working out for you?
No one has died so far.
Oh, on stage or off?
There's that notorious lack of wit.
And news travels fast. Even London has had tales of your success.
Success is hardly the word I would use.
Yes, I can't imagine those towns are paying you particularly well.
We get by.
Ah, but how much better would it be if you could do more than simply get by?
We can dream, Sir Greene.
Robert, please.
Robert. Look, Sir, Robert, why have you asked to see me tonight?
Oh, to congratulate you. I saw your latest play, Macbeth. I found it,
Tedious?
miraculous. Oh, the characters felt so real. The plot was tensifying those witches.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
How do you come up with your ideas? Marlowe must have coached you on the history.
Well, it's just the sort of thing you learn in school. I did Macbeth in year 9.
You learned that at school? I didn't even know you could read.
Well, of course I can read.
Oh, well, that's just super. Now, I'm thinking, I have all these theatres and a complete glut of actors.
Because you bought them all out during the plague?
You and I were the only ones who kept our heads, Will. That is why we are all that is left standing.
I suppose so.
Yet I have heard some interesting rumors about you.
Those sonnets were written for my wife, and I've never even heard of her, Frederick.
What? No, about your theatre company.
Oh, of course. Thank God.
They say that you are broke.
Oh, well, that's hardly a rumor. Half the country's heard that one.
Is it true?
These have been some hard years, but no one's gone hungry, that I can proudly say.
Oh, but your wife had to go without a fair few nice things, I imagine.
We have what we need.
How are you raising the funds for your tours, if you don't mind me asking?
Pay attention! This is plot-relevant detail.
Well, I haven't been able to get the plays published, but I've taken advances from several London theatres. Once the lockdown is over, they have complete rights to run my plays.
And the plays are finished?
Well, almost. I have almost 24, mostly complete.
24? You certainly did have a very productive play.
I'm a lucky man. Anne has been very supportive, and Kit has been...
collaborated with you quite extensively, I'm sure. No one man could have written all that by himself.
Oh, I've had weeks with nothing to do but write. Why should you be surprised I've written so much?
Anyway, I've been thinking about your little predicament, and I think I have a way to help you.
Help? How? Why?
Now, you're in debt to a number of theatres, and I'm sure that's causing you a fair amount of stress.
Stress? No. What gives you that idea?
Why not let me help you? I pay back the theatres for you, and at the same time, pay you a wage. How does 5 guineas a week sound?
5 guineas?
Does that sound good?
Why, it sounds wonderful. Wait, what's the catch?
Oh, there's no catch. Though you would have to leave the Lord Chamberlain's men, become my own personal playwright, and you would hear your plays performed. But in my name!
Boy, you don't miss a trick, do you? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
Think carefully about this. You can't continue on like this. Do you really think you can finish those plays in time? With your education?
I went to a grammar school.
And I know Marlowe's flitted off back to Holland, so there's no hope of him helping you.
You think I need Kit to help me write my plays? I love him from the bottom of my heart, but have you ever read Tamburlaine?
Men like you have no business writing anything.
So I should leave it to my wife, should I?
Don't be witty with me, boy. You are nothing but a pretender, a pompous little man, an upstart crow.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, you will fail, Shakespeare, and no one will remember your name, unlike my name, Robert Greene, Sir Robert Greene.
I'd rather that than be remembered as a warped, frustrated old man. I write because I'm a writer, and I'm the best at what I do. Why do you write, Robert? Do you get any pleasure out of it? Because your audiences don't.
Oh, get out! I won't be talked down to by the likes of you. And by the way, I know Sir Francis Bacon and the Earl of Oxford wrote at least 3 of your plays.
Now you're just being stupid.
And that brings us nicely to today.
This is getting further and further away from the truth, and some of those lines have been lifted directly from It's a Wonderful...
The plague is finally over, the theatres have reopened, and the time has come for Shakespeare to deliver on his promises.
Ah! That plot-relevant detail you told me to remember.
Very good, Kenneth.
Finally finished. The complete works of Shakespeare.
Now I know this didn't happen.
Quiet, Kenneth. You'll miss the important bits.
Some of my finest work, would you say, Kit?
Each one a masterpiece. From The Tempest,
Oh, he didn't write that until his final years.
all the way to Cardenio.
This is getting silly.
You know, I think I'm going to take that one out. It needs some more workshopping.
Good recovery is all I can say to that.
Look, Kit, I need a favor. Would you take this to the printers and get it copied? And then we can pay off the theaters and clear our debts.
You can count on me.
Oh, some tulip petals are wonderful. Thank you.
Can I make a bet that we can't count on him?
Hush, Kenneth. You're going to ruin it for the audience.
Go and get it copied. It seems simple enough.
A message.
Oh, can't it wait? I've got to go and get this.
There's a guy. He's really torn, black leg, and a beard and a strong Dutch accent. It sounded like that, but it was Dutch. And he's going to read this now. No. Oh, this for me, my arms are so weak.
Oh, I don't believe this. I told them not to use this code anymore. Lizzie is going to have my head.
Oh, don't make me run.
Ah, now it all makes sense. Leave it to me, Gabriel.
No, you haven't seen the whole story yet.
I think I can figure it out.
You might. But the audience is a little slower than you are.
Now,
where is it? Where's the book?
Did he find anything on his way to the printers?
No, he said he didn't.
Did he talk to anyone?
Or some tulip farmer. Why can't he stop worrying about tulips for 5 minutes?
Will, calm down. Everything's going to be all right.
How is it going to be all right? The plays are due at the theatres today, and all they have left is Cardenio.
I'm sure if you can explain, it'll probably be all right.
How can I explain? Most of the theatres think I can't even read after what Greene's been spreading around. They'll think I haven't finished the plays because I can't.
That's not true. Anyone with half a brain would not question that you are an incredibly talented writer. I'm sure if you explain to the theatres, they'll give you more time.
How can I explain? I've taken advances from all of them. If I don't deliver, they'll send me to the debtor's prison for sure.
Will, calm down. We'll make this work.
No, there's only one man who can help me now. Maybe if I throw myself at his mercy, he can pull some strings.
No, don't go to him. You don't need his help.
Shakespeare's wife.
This is it. The complete works.
The one and only. I heard him tell Marlowe to go get his copy.
What will that little upstart crow do now?
Sir Greene!
Ah, come crawling back, have you?
Sir Greene, I need your help. Something terrible has happened. I've lost my completed works, and the plays are due at the theatre today.
Oh, and none of your writing collaborators kept any copies?
No, they just throw them away. Why are you obsessed with the idea that I have collaborators? No one with any sense thinks that I didn't write my plays.
Well, what about your actors? Surely they must have kept their copies.
No, Oh, they throw the scripts away when they've learned the lines.
Can't even do a Dutch accent, it's not surprising. Well, you certainly are in quite the predicament, aren't you?
I thought that you could help. You've been to every one of my performances.
Oh, what makes you say that?
I've seen you in the back row. And those articles you write. I've never been so flattered.
I never compliment you, not even once.
No, but you understand my plays, sir, like no one else does. I thought you could help me write them from memory, even just a few passages.
I don't have time for this.
Please, Sabrina, I'm begging you. I have dozens of theatres waiting for those plays, and even more actors relying on me for work. I can fix this. I know I can. But I just need some time and a little help.
And I'm going to help you. I'm going to send someone to alert the debtor's prison, and we can have you arrested by supper time.
No, Thomas, please don't do this.
My name's Robert. And secondly, you once called me a warped, frustrated old man. Well, now you are nothing but a warped, frustrated, young, if we're being generous, man. And I do hope you have a happy new year. In jail! Oh. Well, one look couldn't hurt.
My, so many pennies. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, not so bad.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I'm terrible, and I'm Sally Aaron.
Do you want to be alone?
Just grab the cane and the hat.
Yes.
I understood that reference.
Now you are all caught up.
Amadeus, if anyone is interested.
The moment that William Shakespeare begins to doubt everything.
Oh, that's it. I give up. I will never write again.
And now it's up to you, Kenneth.
What? Where are you going?
You're on your own, baby.
What am I supposed to do?
Who are you?
Oh, me? I'm an actor. Kenneth's the name.
Just Kenneth?
Yes, just Kenneth. And I'm a big fan.
Of what?
What of you? Of the great William Shakespeare.
I don't know about great. I don't exactly feel that way at the moment.
Well, we all have our bad days, but just like the rest of London, I can't wait to see your next play.
Well, you'll be waiting a long time. In fact, I've decided to throw in the whole writing business altogether.
You can't do that.
Well, I am. The world will be a lot better place if I gave it all up. I could get a proper job and support Anne, and the actors could star in one of Greene's fine plays.
Which ones?
Well, oh, holy mackerel, I can't think of one now.
Besides, Greene can't begin to compete with a genius like you.
You're very sweet and oddly intense. But it's not too late. I have to give it up. The world will be a better place if I gave up my quill altogether.
No, I'm not a fan.
Well, that made me feel better.
What I mean to say is, I'm so much more than a fan. I'm your guardian angel.
Queen of England.
Being snarky doesn't help anyone, and I am your guardian angel. I've been sent to show you a view of the world as it would be if you had never been born.
Look, no offense, but I don't take to listening to crazy people I meet off the street.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Yes. Yes, that's very impressive.
No, just wait a moment. I swear, any moment now. Come on, Gabriel, don't let me down. Yes! Oh, wonderful!
Who's that?
This is winning his first Oscar.
What's an Oscar?
It's only the most prestigious acting award there is. The internet went mad until Leo got one.
And what is the internet?
I think you should just stop asking questions. This will go a lot faster.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, he finally won in 2019 for his performance in The Revenant.
2019, gee whiz. What does that have to do with me?
Well, he rose to prominence when he starred as Romeo in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet.
Equals what?
Death.
Oh, the death.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, without you, he'd still be a part-time waiter, just dreaming of a film career.
Oh, and look, he brought his daughter along to support it. That's sweet.
Well, she may be 26, but she's not his daughter. Oh! Dame Maggie Smith! Gone too soon. She started her career starring as Viola in 12th Night and won her first Oscar for The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie.
Who keeps ringing that bell?
You know what they say, Will? Every time a bell rings, an actor gets an award. That's why I'm here. If I do a good enough job here, maybe I'll get an Oscar of my own.
Oh, are you not considered a very good actor?
Actually, I'm considered one of the best. People still talk about my 4-hour epic of Hamlet.
But you still don't have an Oscar.
Dame Judi Dench! She waited years before she won her first Oscar.
Well, did she win one of my roles?
Well, not exactly.
Well, has anyone?
Well, let's have a look. Oh, goodness.
Jimmy Stewart fellow.
Yeah, he's quite good. Merrill. Nicolas Cage, what are you doing here? I have it. Laurence Olivier. 1949 won for his performance of Hamlet.
Oh, hot dog. That must have been the greatest performance of Hamlet anyone has ever given or ever will give.
Look, the thing to remember about award shows is that they are very subjective.
And they didn't need me. They could have won with some other play. Heck, they could have won with one of Kit's plays.
Yes, that wasn't quite nearly as persuasive as I thought it would be, but seriously, have you read Tamerlane?
I've always told him if he could just focus on his craft a little and stop worrying so much about tulips.
Tulip farming again? Seriously, it is insane to me that you think that's what he was up to. But that doesn't matter. Will, you cannot stop writing. The world needs your plays.
Nobody needs me. London is full of struggling writers. The world would be a better place if I disappeared altogether. In fact, it would be a better place if I had never been born.
That's it. And it means we can finally follow through on the concept.
What are you talking about now?
Oh!
What just happened?
I've done it! You have never been born!
Does anyone ever tell you that you are a very strange man?
Constantly.
Look, well, this has been wonderful, Kenneth, but I really should be going. You have somewhere that you can be getting off to?
Well, not until I've finished up here.
Fine. Come with me to the theater. You'll fit right in there.
I sure will. Which theatre would that be?
And you call yourself a fan? The Rose Theatre? The theatre? Where is it?
Where's what?
The theatre! It should be here!
Well, it was never built. The actors didn't have a play to put on, so they didn't need a theatre.
But they did have a play. A comedy of errors. It was a huge
write it. And now the whole plot device of misunderstandings has never been invented. Apparently.
No, this doesn't make sense. I must have hit my head or something.
And the modern Globe Theatre, which will one day be born of your plays, and which is one of the finest theatres in the world, will never be built. And all of the careers that sprung from its stage will vanish into thin air.
Well, now you're just talking like a crazy person. I suppose you act at this Globe Theatre all the time.
Well, there have been some scheduling conflicts.
I need to find Kit.
But no projects have piqued my interest.
He'll be able to make sense of this.
And my film career keeps me pretty busy.
Look, Kenneth, I really have to be going. Will you be able to find your way home by yourself?
Not until I convince you to start writing again.
Oh, and a bad day turns to worse. Fine, come with me to the pub. We'll find 1 or 2 or 10 desperate actors there.
Arms! Arms for struggling actor!
Condell! Burbage! Have you seen Kit? Give us money.
Or else attention. That's what we really want.
Is this a bit?
We have been off work for years, sir.
Spare any change, Gov.
Will you two stop fooling around? You should be rehearsing, not doing whatever this is.
Would that we could, sir. But Robert Greene runs the theatre in this town, and he won't employ those that have not been to Radar and do not have an equity card.
Well, he said theatre's not for us.
Yes, and since the plague, there is nowhere else to go.
And he killed off most theatres in the country.
Yes, well now London's in, but that's so expensive, all with the travel and I'm sorry to live. It's awful. It's awful. It's terrible.
Don't you just love homeless people delivering exposition for you?
For poor actors.
Yes, because not only are we starved of money, but we are starved of applause and attention. What we want is people to come up to us and say, I saw you on the stage last night, and darling, you were marvellous.
What's happened to my actors? I don't remember them being such prima donnas before.
They are not your actors, Will. They're nobody's actors.
Of course they are. Those are some of the most talented actors working in theatre today. Maybe not Kemp.
Except they are not working because there are no parts for them because you were never around to write them. And Greene's plays are too dense, too classical for them to be taken seriously.
Is this some kind of a joke? Did Kit put you onto this?
You listen here, Sonny Jim. When it comes to the theatre, I never joke.
Now that I believe. Look, I have to find Kit. He's the only one that can make sense of this.
Kit Marlowe, was that?
Kemp! Finally, somebody sensible to talk to.
You should be waiting a long time if you wish to talk to Christopher Marlowe.
He hasn't disappeared off to Holland again, has he?
No? Il est mort.
More what? Dead? No, when?
It was, how you say, 5 years ago now, just before my gap year. He got into a fight in the pub, was stabbed through the eye, said something très stupid before he died.
Let me guess. Was it, call on me tomorrow and you may find me a grave man?
Hey, that's one of mine.
No, it was, ow, my eye, I've been stabbed in the
That sounds more like Kit.
I mean, it would have hurt the mind to say anything else.
But I saw Kit this morning. He gave me some petals. Oh, how ominous and tiny a gravestone. Oh.
He died very poor. You're not supposed to be able to pick those up. It's a shame, too. Because he had the makings of a decent actor. And an half-decent writer. I mean, you wouldn't dedicate an entire festival to him. But his name would look good on the side of a theatre.
And an adjoining workshop space further in town.
Well, now you're just being stupid, aren't you?
But I don't understand. How could this happen?
Well, without your guidance, Marlowe's acting remained stilted and wooden, and he was unprepared for the dangers of
Farming in tulips? He was killed over some flowers?
You know, you are an intelligent man. You must see that this is wrong. You must be able to figure out what it is that he was up to.
I really don't exist, do I?
Look, you've been given a rare gift. A view of the world as it would have been if you had never been here. But in truth, this is really only a small part of your impact.
But Leo and Maggie and Judy, they still win their awards, don't they?
All those actors' careers died, Will. They never happened because they never had the roles they needed to break out in, because you were never there to write them.
And without me, Kit ends up stabbed in some bar fight?
Well, that still happens about 5 years later.
Oh. No, I have to make sense of this. I need... Anne. What about Anne?
You won't like it, Will.
Where is she?
She's an old maid. She never married.
Tell me where she is.
She's about to take out the beer barrels.
Right, you lot, wait your turn, you'll get your blasted beer.
Anne.
I said wait. Got to change the barrel first.
But don't you know me?
Am I supposed to pick you out from all the other drunks?
Why are you wearing glasses?
I'm short-sighted. What's it to you?
But you didn't wear glasses before. Why would it matter if I... Oh, it doesn't matter, Anne. It's me, Will, your husband.
I only have to be nice to you if you're buying something, if you're not clear off.
No, you know me. Say you know me.
Get away. I don't have time for any nonsense.
But Anne! Oh.
That's what I do to men who don't appreciate my empowered girl boss business.
She doesn't know me. None of them know me.
And thus, history was changed forever.
But all I did was write some plays. That's not important.
Of course it is. Look at what it has inspired. No one has influenced the course of theatre quite like you.
Well, I never knew that I would have such an impact. I've never known the success of any of Greene's plays, the Scottish histories of James IV, Friar Bacon and Friar Bungay, who could forget a knack for a knave. An odd moment of clarity in my desperation.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of those plays, to be honest.
I've really never been born, have I?
No. So, do you still wish you were never born?
No, I don't wish that.
Good. Because it really is wonderful, this life.
Why did you say it like that?
Look, you've been asking me questions all day. Can you just go with me on this one?
Fine, but I want it on the record that to a writer's ear that sounded weird.
Yes. Everyone's a writer, Will.
But I want to live again, Kenneth. I want to live again. And I will keep on writing. I'll find a way to get the plays to the theaters. I won't give up, you'll see.
Oh, well, there you are.
Stay away from me.
I'm gonna hit everywhere for you.
I said stay back, Frenchman.
What are we talking about?
Wait, do you know me?
Know you? What are you, high or something? Ooh, can you get me out?
Marlowe's pedals. Oh, this is the most wonderful day of my life.
Oh yes, those are very nice. But your day's about to get a lot worse, I'm afraid.
The debtor's prison.
They're looking for me, aren't they?
We've tried to hold them off, but you used to have a few hours. You can write 39 plays in a few hours, right?
No, it doesn't matter. Nothing could ruin my day, not even going to jail.
Has anyone seen William Shakespeare at all? About yay high, sounds like Jimmy Stewart doing a Richard Nixon impression. Anyone? Ah, William Shakespeare!
I suppose you're here to arrest me?
That's right. You're coming with me.
He still has till the end of the day.
Only if he has the plays. And does he?
No. But I'll keep on writing. Until my dying breath, I'll never stop writing.
That's good to know, because you'll have plenty of time to do that. In jail.
Not so fast.
No.
It's a miracle, Will.
You need the praise? We have them.
It was Anne. She did it all. She went around all over town speaking to actors, reviewers, anyone who had seen one of your plays.
And we have them. All of them. Some in multiple copies.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I wouldn't have a career if it weren't for you.
Oh, Burbage.
I've been holding on to this one in case I ever get an audition.
Oh, Kemp, it's never going to happen.
This is why I stay in acting for you.
Oh, Condell.
I don't believe this. Does this mean?
That's right. You can go to a debtor's prison and tell them that they can take their warrant and stick it entirely. If I rolled it up.
Villain redemption!
Santa Claus!
I may have in fact found this.
I knew it couldn't have gone far.
Merry Christmas!
Yes, it happened to be right on my doorstep.
You think we believe that, you spiny?
Oh, Sir Greene, thank you. You don't know how thankful I am.
I took the liberty of reading a few passages. They were quite good. You certainly are a talented writer. For an upstart pro like yourself.
Oh, thank you. I know how hard that was for you to say.
At least that's the last time your authorship will ever be called into question,
Oh,
Will.
you.
I particularly enjoyed your play Hamlet. That will be quite the performance whenever a lucky actor has that part.
Oh, I think you are right.
What was that? I heard every time a bell rings, an actor gets an award.
That's right, Kemp.
That's right. Oh my God. Give me a bell! Give me a bell!
Attaboy, Kemp. Attaboy.
A toast to my best friend William Shakespeare, the greatest writer in history!
Oh, I'm sure you've got your acceptance speech ready.
All 17 pages, Gabriel. Oh, recognition at last. Yes. Best original screenplay? Did anyone even see my Hamlet?
Oh, I hate this one. Everyone